There's a lot to digest and a lot of voices to be heard. Stick to the frequency that amplifies these voices, stories, and reports that make the difference. This is Agidigbo News, 88.7 FM.
This is Kunle Amzat Studio, Agidigbo 88.7 FM. Welcome to News Around the World.
Good evening. Welcome to the news around the world on the most listened to radio station, Agidigbo, 88.7 FM, Ibadan. I am Olamide Badmus. First, the headlines. Senate leader says tax law not meant to inflict hardship on Nigerians. IBEDC wants of bill urges customers to ignore fake SMS. Thieves drill into German bank vault and steal valuables worth millions. Mali, Burkina Faso announced reciprocal travel ban on US. Senegal and Nigeria ease the way to last 16 over African game. Now the details. The leader of the Senate, Senator Okoyemi Bamidele, has dismissed concerns that the newly enacted tax laws were designed to inflict economic hardship on Nigerians, just as he insisted that the legislation is a people-centered intervention aimed at strengthening the country's fiscal base and improving living standards. Senator Bamidele made the clarification in a statement issued in Abuja today, amid growing public debate and criticism from the opposition over the implementation of the new tax regime, while maintaining that the intent of the law has been grossly misrepresented in public discourse. According to the senator, the Senate and the National Assembly as a whole worked closely with other arms of government in driving the reforms while preserving their constitutionally guaranteed independence. Senator Bamidele further described the 2025 Tax Reforms Act as the most consequential of the reforms, explaining that its primary objective is to harmonize Nigeria's tax system and eliminate multiple taxation from 1st of January 2026, while stressing that the law was passed after extensive consultations with stakeholders across business, political and social sectors, contrary to claims by critics. The Defense Headquarters says a battle damage assessment of a recent United States strikes conducted in conjunction with Nigerian forces is still ongoing. Speaking with fielding questions from journalists today in Abuja, the Director of Defense Media Operations, Major General Michael Onoja, said the military would make its findings public after the assessment was completed, while maintaining that intelligence reports confirmed their presence in the area before the strikes. Major General Onoja also appealed to persons who may have taken possession of ammunition or fragments from the operation to return them to security agencies for safe recovery. Commenting on criticisms of the joint strikes, the defense spokesman said it was not the role of the armed forces to respond to every public statement and that relevant agencies were responsible for addressing such concerns. The management of Ibadan Electricity Distribution Company, IBEDC, PLC, has issued a public disclaimer on fraudulent text messages targeting customers with false promises of electricity bill refunds. IBEDC, in a statement released today, noted that the fraudulent SMS messages often appear with the sender ID from IBEDC, stressing that the SMS in circulation did not originate from the company, does not represent its processes, and is not linked to any of its approved platforms or channels. The power distribution company also clarified that it is not currently running any mass refund exercise and urged customers across its franchise areas to exercise extreme caution and maintain high security over their personal information in order to prevent financial loss. The management further stressed that all legitimate transactions, including electricity purchases, account inquiries, and unauthorized refunds, must be conducted through official channels such as iRecharge, accredited payment agents, and IBEDC business officers. As Nigerians count down to the New Year celebrations, a major policy decision is taking effect today, one that could reshape drinking habits and livelihoods across the country. NAFDAC has begun enforcing a ban on sachet and small bottle alcoholic drinks under 200 millimeters, while health experts argue that easy access to cheap alcohol fuels abuse, especially among young people. Manufacturers and traders warn the policy could lead to job losses. Agidigbo from news correspondent Abiodun Oloyede reports on the realities of residents of Ibadan. Here is the report.
While millions of Nigerians are preparing for a new year, the National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control, NAFDAC, is implementing a ban on sachet and small bottle alcoholic drinks under 200 millimeter today, December 31, 2025. The ban, according to the agency, is to curb abuse, especially among youth across the country. Conflicting government directives have caused recent confusion, delaying clear implementation despite strong official pushes for public health protection and industry warnings about job losses. According to the Manufacturers Association of Nigeria, more than 500,000 direct workers and millions more in transport, packaging, and retail depend on the small pack alcohol industry. Speaking with Agidigbo FM News, a health advocate, Mrs. Oladele, says she supports the government banning alcohol as it has ruined a lot of youth's mental and physical well-being.
I support the motion about the cancellation of the alcohol that government wants to cancel. Is more better, is good like that because it has destroyed many youths. I support it. Even destroy kidney, the heart. It's not good. Even this drug that we are dealing with, the alcohol, if you put light on what you put inside, that will make you misbehave. Don't you know it's not good for your health? So please, government, I support it. Let them ban it totally.
A trader at Iwo Road, Mrs. Moronke Abidemi, says she feeds her family by selling these goods, but this ban could wipe out her only source of income.
I feed my people and family with these goods, and this ban could wipe out my only source of income.
A resident in Ibadan, Mr. Emmanuel, says it doesn't have any effect on him if they ban it, but it may still do because he is used to it.
No, it can't affect. That's not necessary. It's not drinking wisely is better than.
The ban announcement has sparked public debate, while health advocates, National Assembly, among others, support the ban. Other stakeholders, including manufacturers and the House Committee, have raised concerns. Abiodun Oloyede, Agidigbo FM News.
As Nigerians prepare to cross over from 2025 into the new year 2026, the mood across the country is one of anticipation, reflection, and hope. Despite the challenges of the outgoing year, many citizens are looking forward to a fresh beginning. Worship centers are set for crossover services as Nigerians seek spiritual renewal and reassurance for the year ahead. In this report, Agidigbo FM News captures the voices and activities of residents in Ibadan as they reflect on 2025, share their expectations for the year 2026, and join millions of Nigerians nationwide in welcoming the new year.
Across Nigeria, the atmosphere is filled with anticipation as citizens prepare to bid farewell to the outgoing year 2025 and welcome New Year 2026. From busy market to place of worship, homes, entertainment and relaxation centers, Nigerians are marking New Year's Eve with a mix of celebration, reflection and expectations. In the ancient city of Ibadan, churches are holding crossover services while mosques and community centers are also hosting prayers for peace, good health, and economic stability in the coming year. While speaking with Agidba FM News, some residents of Ibadan reflected on their experiences in 2025.
The level of importation in Nigeria is not okay. The tariff is much. And I overheard that government said 2026 everybody is going to be paying tax in all areas. What have they done? Paying tax is not a crime, but making use of the tax collecting is the major thing.
Things are very hard in Nigeria. We know this quite all right, but at the same time, government have to rectify it, especially lights. Now everybody are crying, everybody are lamenting about the progress of the lights.
Meanwhile, traders report increased activity as families make last-minute purchases for food, drinks, and fireworks. Some residents say despite economic challenges, they remain optimistic that the new year 2026 will bring better opportunities, improved governance, and unity among Nigerians. As the countdown to 2026 begins, Nigerians are encouraged to celebrate responsibly, obey traffic regulations, and look out for one another. Oluwatosin Ologun, Agidbo FM News.
Now it is time to link up with our United Kingdom studio for the foreign news.
News from Kulamza studio at Gidigbo FM. United Kingdom, I am Olushola Damlola, a family doctor who faked medical appointment at work so she could not be late for the afternoon school run has been suspended from treating patients for 5 months. Dr. Helen, 43, was caught out after a partner at the Stenhouse Medical Center in Hanod, near Nottingham, notices anomalies in her booking arrangement and pull her in for a meeting. The GP, who earns an estimated £60,000 a year, initially denied wrongdoing, but referred herself to the General Medical Council, where she admitted dishonesty. Inquiry shows she had not only blocked her diary in the late afternoon to avoid seeing other patients, but also falsified entries in the work diary, suggesting she did have the face-to-face consultations. This case comes as NHS data show lengthy delay for GP appointment continue to rise since Labour took office. The doctor told the tribunal of her deep regrets at her conduct as it undermined a system designed to protect the public. She was, however, suspended from practice for 5 months. Thieves in Germany has used the quiet Christmas period to drill their way into the vault of a German retail bank and make off with at least €10 million worth of money and valuable of customer deposit boxes. Most shops and banks closed in Germany over the Christmas period, starting from the evening of December 24, while the police only discovered the atrocity after a fire alarm went off in the early hours of Monday, December 29. And that ends the news from Kulamza studio at Gidigbo FM. United Kingdom, I am Olushola Damlola.
Welcome back. We shall also be moving to our Maryland studio, United States, for more foreign news.
News from Kule Amzat studio at Gidigbo FM, United States. I am Oluwatosin Soya. Mali and Burkina Faso have said they are imposing a travel ban on U.S. citizens in response to an equivalent measure announced by the Trump administration earlier this month. In separate statements issued by their foreign ministries, the two West African countries said they were acting in the name of reciprocity after the White House announced on December 16 that U.S. President Donald Trump was adding them and 5 other countries to a list of those subject to a full travel ban. The White House said that the expanded ban, set to take effect on January 1, applied to countries with demonstrated persistent and severe deficiencies in screening, vetting, and information sharing to protect the nation from national security and public safety threats. Mali said that Washington's decision to add it to the travel ban list had been taken without prior consultation and that the stated rationale was not justified by actual developments on the ground. Mali and Burkina Faso are not the first countries to take such measures affecting U.S. citizens after being targeted by Trump's travel restrictions.
Guinea coup leader Mamadi Doumbouya has been elected president according to provisional results announced yesterday, completing the return to civilian rule in the bauxite and iron ore-rich West African nation. The former Special Forces commander, thought to be in his early 40s, seized power in 2021, toppling then-President Alpha Conde, who had been in office since 2010. It was one in a series of 9 coups that have reshaped politics in West and Central Africa since 2020. The provisional results announced on Tuesday showed Doumbouya winning 86.72% of the December 28 vote, an absolute majority that allows him to avoid a runoff. The Supreme Court has 8 days to validate the results in the event of any challenge. Doumbouya's victory, which gives him a 7-year mandate, was widely expected. Conde and Selo Delen Diallo, Guinea's longtime opposition leader, are in exile, which left Doumbouya to face a fragmented field of 8 challengers. And that ends the news from Kole Amzat Studio at Gidigbo FM, United States. I am Oluwatosi Soya.
Welcome back once again, and now in the exciting world of sport, where Senegal and Nigeria both score 3, has to secure their spot in the last 16 at the African Cup of Nations. The Super Eagles of Nigeria finished the group stage with 9 points from 9 as they beat Uganda to win Group C and D's. Going into this one, it did not take them long to take the lead. Also, Senegal eased past Benin in Tagia to ensure that they finished top of Group D in their campaign to lift the Afghan trophy. Senegal will face AS Burkina Faso on Sudan on Saturday, depending on how Group E concludes, while Benin, who finished third in the group, will face 7-time champions Egypt, who won Group B. However, Nigeria will face the third-place team from Group F, Mozambique, Cameroon or Ivory Coast on Monday. To wrap up the news this evening, here is a recap of the headlines. Senate leader says tax law not meant to inflict hardship on Nigerians. IBEDC warns of bill refund scam, urges customers to ignore fake SMS. Thieves drill into German bank vault and steal valuables worth millions. Mali and Burkina Faso announced reciprocal travel ban on US. Senegal and Nigeria eased their way to last 16 over African game. And before we go this evening, here is a quick tip. The new year stands before us like a chapter in a book waiting to be written. Agidigbo FM wishes us a happy new year in advance. Finally, we have come to the end of the news around the world on the most listened to radio station, Agidigbo 88.7 FM, Ibadan. I am Olamide Badmus. Thank you for listening. Good evening.
News is information, and information is power. At Agidigbo 88.7 FM, we bring the news from top to bottom.
The Oyo State government has said the over 1.5 million out-of-school children.
We give you reports from Oyo State.
The Oyo State House of Assembly has called for thorough investigation.
The Southwest in Nigeria and the rest of the world.
Has clarified that the body did not receive any cash support from international development.
Trust us to keep you informed every hour, every day.
Agidigbo 88.7 FM.